him on and off about like once in 15 days or something, and that's pretty much it. Pretty much. Okay, we're about to hit the 1 minute mark into the stream. That's usually from where it starts getting stored.
That means it's
Heroes Day.
yes.
Yeah, I was pretty sure you were expecting I'd say that the way I should. Alright everybody, welcome to the CapitalZ Hour, the first podcast for 2021.
Thank you very much for having us.
Today we got
My good
independent Gronkie, Connex, also known as Etzwane, and Bengalensis on our podcast. And the topic for the day is the way forward 2021. We're going to be discussing about our plans for this new year, how we're going to be spending 2021 as far as gaming is concerned, as far as the server is concerned. So have a look at the agenda and your topics over here. So you guys may have noticed we have a newly designed logo right now. CapitalZ just got an upgrade and it looks amazing to me. Put down the logo in the No Mic chat so you guys can have a look at it as well. It's on the stream, of course.
Yes.
Guys on the stream can watch it.
The shield, right?
Yeah, so the shield now covers the old CapitalZ pattern. Actually, that's the blinds effect on GIMP, and that used to be my logo. You know, that used to be on my logo. My logo later on became the CapitalZ logo, and that kind of became iconic that way. So we're ditching the blue shield for this, and I think this is something that I should have done a long time ago personally. It just fits in there. The sword on the capital is now a saber. You can see the place where you hold it. I guess you could call it the handle. The holder is a bit different now, and the tip is also different as compared to the last sword. Put up the old CapitalZ logo as well somewhere. If you guys want to compare that. Here's the trigger. This was probably the first CapitalZ logo design, and then later on I minimized it into the middle area because that's how things fit in on YouTube. Really, what exactly makes sense. So, right before going into our plans for 2021, just gonna remember on how 2020 was spent. 2020 has been a really weird year for everybody, I guess. Seen rise and fall of many games, and some of the games have been played a lot on the server. 3 specific games that were played the most were Rise of Legends, Warcraft 3, and Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. But as time passed, you can see the activity level has dropped significantly. The popularity around the games these days do not last for too long. The internet moves at a very fast pace right now compared to earlier. Earlier we would stick to one game for a couple of years. I would say that there are a lot of people that would still stick to a particular game for a lot of years. But the thing is, that's not what the casual audience do. Casual audience buys the game, gets into it, plays it a bit, I guess hot for a couple of months, 3 to 6 months, and then they just move on to the next big thing. That's just how things work out in the world of 2021, I guess. In this decade, this era, that's just how things work out. So there's something special that I'm gonna be doing today though, and that very special thing is going to be revealing my face on the stream.
Oh, OMG. Really?
Yep. Are you guys ready?
So fun. Yeah.
Go, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I have
For the moment,
I see
I
that
don't see anything.
background right now. I don't really have a green screen effect. And
Oh, it's you with the beard.
yep, that's me with the beard.
Right.
So yeah, I'm wearing my traditional outfit. And I thought that this would be a nice little thing that we can do as a starter for the podcast. And I think I'm gonna keep this face up and probably gonna use this on each of my podcasts, if not for general gaming, because I can't really use it for general gaming purpose like the other streamers do, mainly because, well, I literally live with my family and stuff. Well, everybody does, but the thing is, yeah, I mean, you have a personal room for that. Some streamers usually have a different room and stuff. In my case, that's not the thing here. So you have people going around and stuff.
And do you plan on having it in the future? A special room?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it really all depend on money.
Money!
Money! Oh, hey there, Goldzune is here. Hello, Goldzune. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Be it power indeed. A nice little comment there by Bengalensis. So yeah, this is how I look, and this is the first time I'm revealing myself to the internet after a decade of making content, I guess. Well, I wouldn't really say a decade, since I've been on and off. But I've been streaming regularly since the past 2 years, so you got that. But yeah, as I said earlier, it all depends upon money. I've encountered a couple of issues though, as in you guys can see this green reflection on my spectacles. So this is actually the reflection from my screen, and so far I haven't figured out a solution for that. Using a laptop, so the camera is like literally just there, and
nah, man. The solution is just get rid of the monitor.
Yeah, just get rid of the monitor, you know. play blindly. Just have a microphone nearby and a camera, and you're done. Like that's how you conduct an interview. You're no longer doing it on a computer, I guess. Yeah, that's one way of doing things. I've seen a couple of videos and stuff. They have some stuff, and I mean, you gotta work on it. There's like things that you gotta work on. Want to make it happen. I guess having an external camera that's independent from my laptop would also help it out if I like place it somewhere, I don't know, up there. Because if you go this side, you can notice that the reflection is not that noticeable here. So having a different angle can also fix that. But yeah, for this podcast at least, it's going to be like this. So you guys can see MrStormyZ throughout the podcast here.
For me, the reflection is really not shocking at all.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't disturb me at all.
Okay, plans for 2021. 2021 is going to be a different year for everybody now. And for CapitalZ, we're planning a couple of stuff out here. We're going to be changing the way we used to function. The CapitalZ will be more of a thing that relates to my streams now than what it used to be before. Earlier it was, well, at least that's how I planned and made it out to be, that earlier it was a community based around a particular game or a particular number of games, and RTS games to be specific. But now we're kind of going to be changing that, and things will be more of the things will be revolving around my stream and my videos, and less about general gaming. Of course, that doesn't mean we're going to stop our general gaming sessions and stuff. It's still going to be a thing. We're still going to be doing it, but be significant. Well, you could say significantly less. That won't be the main thing that we actually do. So starting off with the stuff that I have in plans, I'm gonna be hosting tournaments over games and stuff. We have usually our tournaments revolve around having a different concept. We have some sort of a gimmick around most of the stuff we do. In Warcraft 3 currently we have something called the League of Forgotten Battlefields. That is a league being played with maps from the previous era, as in you have maps that are being played on Warcraft right now. They are part of the new map pool, but there are a couple of maps that were super popular 10 years ago and all, and we're going to be using those maps in today's era, as in, so we're going to be having like the dynamics change a bit, new balance, the new meta on the new map, on the older map, that is, has a nostalgic feeling to it as well, and that's how it works out there. So sorry, I didn't get you there, man.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 years. So that's one thing that we have in mind. We're gonna be hosting a couple of tournaments, and I think for Warcraft 3 we're gonna be doing it for Age of Empires as well. I have major plans coming in for the games that I plan to host, specifically for Warcraft and Age of Empires, and the other one that I have in mind is the Dawn of War series. So I'm gonna be putting this one thing up real quick so you guys have an idea of what I'm gonna be talking about. So if you go to the stream schedule thing, well, you don't really have to go there. I'm just going to copy the image, copy the link to the image, post it down here on the No Mic chat and on the stream so you guys can have a look at it. So this is how it used to be. Up on the street, talk about it. There it is.
It's here.
So yeah, this was the stream schedule for November 2020. And this is an example of how things are going to be in 2021. This is the format that we're going to be following. There will be general gaming weeks as well where we don't have a theme. The basic idea over here is that we're going to have a theme for the entire week. We're going to be playing games based on around that particular theme. So if you have a look at the Steam schedule over here for November, the first week was Week of Eternal War. That was the week where we play Warhammer 40k games. If you have a look at the list over there, we got Space Marine, Dawn of War 1, 2, and 3. And well, that's those are the only Warhammer 40k games that I play or I own. So those were the things there. Look at the second week, that's the Week of Empires. We had all 3 Age of Empires series. You can also add in Age of Mythology in the mix. You can also add in some games that are relatable, a bit closer to how Age of Empires works into the mix there, and that can also work out. Age of Empires Online, Project Celeste was also a part of that week. After that we had Battle.net week, and here's where things get slightly different as compared to earlier, because on Battle.net week we don't really have a particular game series. We are playing games from a particular company. So that includes Heroes of the Storm, Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo, and oh hey Gronkie, you probably remember our Diablo speedrun through the Diablo 3 demo, and that's really one of the only things that we managed to complete in our co-op campaign nights, which is the next topic coming forward. So these tournaments are going to be a thing that we're going to be doing in the coming weeks or coming months. And apart from the tournaments, we're also going to be having the week-long league events. So idea is going to be like, when we have a week-long event, like here, if the week based on Age of Empires series and it's the Week of Empires, we're going to be hosting multiple tournaments, or rather multiple leagues based on Age of Empires 1, 2, and 3. We're going to have a point system. Point system will be added on and accumulated with each game, and guy that scores the max score becomes the grand champion of that particular game on the server for until the next tournament, of course. And that's one system that we're going to be going forward with. It's one idea that I have in mind. It's going to be chaotic. I'll probably need a lot of help from the guys around me that are willing to contribute the time and all for the purpose, and that is one of the plans. Coming to the next topic, or rather the next thing that we have in mind, or I have in mind, is the co-op campaign nights. Co-op games have been one of the bread and butter of the CapitalZ, I'd say that right away. We have been playing co-op games forever and always look forward to finding more co-op games, or rather co-op based games. Epic Games is going to be releasing Star Wars Battlefront 2 next week as a free game that you can add into your library, so that's also going to be something that we plan to do sometime in the future. So what's the idea of co-op campaign nights? It's a new name that I'm giving to the old co-op ventures project. Now the idea is that, of course, we're going to be playing the co-op campaigns for each of the games there, one by one. But this time, what's exactly different is that I'll be switching partners on the go. So we're gonna have a situation where I play mission number 1 with Bengalensis, mission number 2 with Connex, and mission 3 with Gronkie. And well, it'll all depend on who's available and who's wanting to schedule up that with me as the time goes by. That's something that I look forward to a lot, and that's something that I definitely want to dedicate my time to there. That's one idea we got for 2021. CapitalZ extended our secondary server that was built only and only for the purpose of having or fitting in all the non-RTS titles. So our main server, when it formed and as we progressed on, it used to have a lot of games. There were a lot of games from different genres and no specific theme to the server. And there came a point where I decided that, okay, we want to promote the server, we want to promote it as an RTS server, and everything that is non-RTS will go on to this new server called CapitalZ Extended. And of course, CapitalZ Extended was mostly a placeholder name that we just went by, and we thought it's just fine, it's just okay with that name there. And as of recent, I came up with a new idea of making it a bit different, spicing things up a bit. CapitalZ Extended will be renamed as CapitalZ Underground, and we're going to be having some more days that we're going to put into that one. Well, and apart from that, pretty much it actually. These are the plans for 2021 way forward. So anybody over here wants to say something? Bengalensis, Connex?
Well, I have nothing to say.
Really?
Well, I'm just up for any co-op game, any co-op night.
Co-op campaign night.
Providing that I have that game.
Of course, provided that you do have that game. Well, if you want to consider co-op games...
Co-op nights, if I might suggest,
sure thing,
it's possible now to play in co-op in Age of Empires Definitive. I haven't tried it yet, but you can, do it now.
And there is a way to do that. It's not official, but there is a way, as in somebody customized the maps into playable with 2 players, and that's really not a very hard task for Age of Empires in the map maker thing there. I mean, anybody can do it in my opinion, but yeah, I mean, if you can get the working maps, I'll surely be down for that as well. Age of Empires has...
There is a guide, and I followed it. I made the first steps, sorry, but I haven't tried it at the end.
Oh.
If you want, I'm gonna send you the link in the no mic chat, maybe.
Problem.
Small guides, it's really simple. really quick.
Okay, so it basically is a guide to make any campaign as a multiplayer thing, so that they don't really do it for every single one of them out there.
I think you have all the campaigns, but I'm not sure. And you simply have to move some files to another folder, and that's all, basically.
Okay. Gonna have a look at it. Age of Empires does have
Yeah, we should try it.
have like extensive content there. There's a lot of content in Age of Empires. If you sit down to complete the entire campaign, it's gonna take you some time there. Because Age of Empires 2 is like the Age of Empires 2 OG, the Age of Empires 2 Conquerors expansion, then came the Forgotten Empires, then came Rise of the Rajas, what else do you got? Got one more expansion.
Rise of the Rajas was the last one, no?
African Kings. No, African Kings was also there. And then came, of course, the Last Khans with Definitive Edition. And, well, that's not all, because they're also releasing the new campaign.
Lord of the West.
Yep. The West. What's that in the West again, sorry?
Lords of the
West, exactly. Lords of the West. So yeah, you got a lot of campaign, a lot of content there. As far as Age of Empires 2 is concerned, it's amazing. But yeah, that's surely something that I can look forward to. Can definitely have a look at that. If we can get this thing to work out, it should be good, and we can cover the campaigns one by one. Sometime here, sometime there. Sometimes during the co-op week, sometime during the Age of Empires week. Gonna be the idea of going forward. And I think saying something to Bengalensis. Right, Halo. So Halo Master Chief Collection is fully out now. So we can actually play that from the very start. Oh, you got Halo, really?
No, I love it, but I don't have it.
Oh, you don't.
I played the old one. I don't even remember the name.
I see. You probably played
the old school one.
Yeah, you probably played Combat Evolved, the first one. That's probably probably the best one. People would argue, but
I tried the multiplayer version of it, I think, and it's really nice.
The Master Chief Collection is a really good thing there. I just got a Facebook memory today on how Microsoft used to make all the bad decisions. About 10 years ago, they shut down a messenger service known as MSN because they were combining up with Skype. And well, 10 years fast forward, I can see that they're now changing their pattern and they're actually making good decisions. Age of Empires, amazing decision. Definitive Edition of all three games, like that's a money-making decision there. Despite of all three games not being as successful as Age of Empires 2, they still made money off of it, and that's really all that matters at this age, I guess. And I'm not saying that they're bad games. Age of Empires 1 Definitive Edition is actually pretty good. Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition had its problems, but well, I don't want to call in Eden somehow. He's gonna be triggered if I call out Age of Empires 3 on anything. And of course you got Age of Empires 4 coming in, and a recent report even said that Age of Empires 4 is currently being played right now and it's better than ever. We didn't really get any video content or anything like that, but I read a recent report about that. So yeah, since Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition is also out of the way, we got Age 4 on the horizon there. Oh hey there, Gronkie's back. Welcome back, hero. Just finished discussing the agenda for 2021 and we're just having a short discussion on what people think about it and how we're going to be thinking on moving forward with it.
Alright.
Okay, I guess you'll be down for more co-op campaign nights. That's really been your main thing there. And yes, you have been awarded Co-op Star of the Year for 2020.
Yeah, for participating 3 times.
Well, 3 times consecutively is actually a feat on the server, since that's something that not most people have been able to do. because they stick in for one thing and they're like, yeah, we're done with it now. We don't want to play that anymore. Yeah, those are the plans. That's how we plan to go forward with here.
And how often do you plan on playing the non-RTS game? Like once a month or?
Very good question, actually. Well, not really once a month. I mean, non-RTS games are actually a big part of the CapitalZ in general. Underground is going to be a very active thing on the CapitalZ again. And
because I some suggestion for events, for small events like Gary's Mod would be fun.
oh, sure.
Maybe for live you could play Portal in co-op, but that's only 2 players.
Surely, that would be fun. We can have a Valve week, actually. That was an idea that I had.
Yeah, actually, I'm a true fan of Valve.
Oh,
as
you're
much
a fan
as
of
I'm
Valve.
a fan of
So you're a Valve fan there. Nice.
Yeah, even Half-Life we can play it in co-op, but
Yeah.
still it's 2 players.
Oh, Half-Life has a co-op campaign?
Yeah,
Ooh, that just
Yeah, I forgot
intrigued
the
my
name.
interest.
but it's really easy. You just have to install it. I think it's free.
Oh, that
I
we'd
just-
love.
Sven Co-op
The
maybe.
first one. Sorry.
Sven Co-op maybe it is named.
Okay, Bengalensis.
I don't know how to
7 co-op.
spell it.
7. Alright, I'm on camera. I shouldn't be doing stuff.
Yeah, it's Synergy. It's called Synergy. It enables you to play through the Half-Life 2 series
That should be great,
and
actually.
many other single-player suit mods,
That should be great.
comparatively with friends.
Half-Life 2 has been a critically acclaimed game in the past decade, and well, I never really got to try it out. I think this will be a really good opportunity for me since it's got co-op.
And the-
Really fun.
Yeah, and the Half-Life 2 community is really strong. It's really, yeah, it's
Didn't know about that
it's
actually.
stay alive with that, you know?
About that. So yeah, we got Half-Life that we can cover on the Valve week. We got Team Fortress 2, the favorite out of all. Who probably
Fun
have
game.
had a couple of months or a couple of years where they played Team Fortress 2 non-stop, and they're probably past it. But where was it? But I'm aware
I
of.
know Synergy was the Half-Life 2 mod to play.
I see.
I just played it. On Steam, you have it.
Right, I see. I think we're gonna give a try out to. Then you got Counter-Strike Global Offensive. That's just a thing that every
love
single
it.
gamer has. That's gonna be a thing that we can cover on Valve Week. Portal, we already spoke about that. I'm not a fan of Dota 2. I'm not sure if I'm gonna give it a try, but well, it's Valve Week whenever it is, so I may give it a try. Who knows? It may be a thing that I can do. Yeah, I guess that's all that we're gonna be covering on Valve Week unless and until Gabe decides to buy more IPs, which is a thing that they do. Energy mount. But Half-Life, that's an idea there. Valve week, and have a Halo week. That can be a thing there, where we play the Halo games, or where, well, maybe we just stick to one Halo game and just complete that within that 1 week's time, because I guess a 1 week extended time is good enough to complete a game. We do it this way as well, as in we don't have a concrete idea in there, but 1 week could be entirely based on RTS, 1 week could entirely be based on extended, or rather underground is the new name. I'm gonna be making a new logo for underground as well, and I should have finished it by now, but sadly I didn't get the time to do so. So yeah, it's in the making. As CapitalZ, the main server, got a new logo, extended is also going to get that. The time to come. So
Is it not too difficult to manage 2 servers? Sorry?
Well, it's difficult to manage one. It's difficult as in with real life and everything. It's been a thing that I wasn't exactly been able to follow up with and do, and only now I've managed to get my work into a stable spot where I can actually dedicate time to the server again. And well, as far as the two servers is concerned, it's technically just one server. We're also going to be having a bot that speaks, you know, it relays the chat on both servers. We're going to have that real soon. I've already invited it to the other server, so the chat is going to be relayed on both servers. So it's technically one server, but the only thing here is that the main server is going to be themed on RTS and the other one is going to be themed on everything that's non-RTS. That's really the only difference there, because promoting the server with as a general gaming server that has no single genre or like 2 or 3 genres attached to it as the main thing wasn't really the best idea back then, and it's still not the best idea right now. Even an idea of reunifying both of the servers wouldn't really work out well for me. So, anybody has any bright ideas for the way forward? Any suggestions that you'd like to put in? Anything new that we can try out? Any games that you look forward to play in 2021?
Well, don't starve together. Maybe.
Sorry, which
Dota?
one? Dota Star. Is that?
Don't starve together.
Don't starve together.
Don't Starve.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I heard Dota Star. I'm like, oh hey, is that the auto chess thing? Yeah, Dota Starve together is surely gonna be a part of co-op campaign nights. You can definitely do that like once a week or something. It seems to be a really fun game.
Yes, sorry, I don't want to. I'm gonna say it after you continue. Sorry.
Not a problem, you can say that.
So yeah, just for a game, co-op, you can play it with 4 players, and it's really fun. It's Deceit, D-E-C-E-I-T. I don't know if one of you guys know the game.
Not sure about this.
It's like-
Do you have a link?
It's like a horror game, but co-op, and it's really fun.
Co-op horror?
You have one kind of zombie. You turn into a zombie at night, and the 3 other are human, and you have to.
That's actually a good idea. We could give it a go sometime down the line.
It's really fun, dynamic, and it would make some great lives, I think.
Actually, yeah, this would actually be fun. You know, if you get like 4 people playing together, you'll get 4 different reactions of people getting scared. That would actually genuinely be fun.
It's not so much horror. The style is horror, but it's not so scary once you know the game. It's just really strategic, and it's psychological game. I don't know if I have. Yeah, you can find it easily on Steam.
Should be fun. It's free to play from what I read. Pretty good.
I
Free to
just
play
played
is
it
good.
8 hours or so, but it's really fun.
Free to play is good. Anytime free to play is
Yeah.
just good.
Yeah, it's free to play. Yeah, I forgot that. Say that.
Of course, you don't have to spend money. And yeah, free to play is just a thing in 2020 and 2021 because people have lost a
Great.
lot of money in the pandemic.
And for small RTS game, if you'd like me to join you on streaming, there is Nordgard. I know you like it.
Oh, I want to play Nordgard, surely, man. Also,
Yeah.
it's just GARD for some reason.
And StarCraft.
Oh, StarCraft would be fun.
I have the second one.
First one is technically free. I mean, you
Okay.
can join me in the co-op campaigns as well for the first one. Gronkie is one of my partners. Bengalensis is also one of
Yeah.
my partners. Hashtag hopefully.
If we plan it, I'll be there. It's a pleasure.
Fun. Currently we're scheduling hashtag hopefully indeed. Currently we have the next week scheduled, as in this week. It's not even the next week. This week that's scheduled, and this is how it looks
Sorry,
like.
we didn't hear you.
Yeah, it's so this is how this week's looks like. Tomorrow is StarCraft Day, and this week is the co-op campaign night week. It was earlier branded as Co-op Ventures, and just gonna be scrapping that name because it sounds more like a thing that you want to invest in. Capital investment. Speaking of which, the CapitalZ sounds more like a company that you'd be investing in. A shares company. Or I don't call it. Yeah. Tomorrow will be Dawn of War 2 and StarCraft. So if you're gonna be down, I'm gonna be playing the final mission with Gronkie. Final mission for the Terran, that is Terran first campaign. After that we got Zerg campaign. If you want, we can start off with the Zerg campaign mission 1 with you right after we're done with Gronkie. Yeah, right, Gronkie?
Damn right.
There you are. That didn't sound very enthusiastic, but sure, you're there. That's
The words were.
That's not the Gronkie I know.
So StarCraft 1 is free.
Yeah, StarCraft 1, well, here's the thing. StarCraft 1 got remastered, and when they remastered it, they basically gave the original game as free. So just download it off of the Battle.net app and play it. Have a grand old time. So since we're on the topic of scheduling, how about put in the Week of Empires for next week? We'll have enough time to promote. We have 6 days left. Can actually have the first League of Empires, major league that I spoke about earlier today. Can have that whole thing going across with age 1, 2 and 3 and online as well, being the games that are involved. And at the end of the week on Saturday, we'll have the 2v2 tournament that we used to have, which sadly didn't happen for the past 2 months. Yeah, can be a thing there. A lot of time has to be dedicated, and think about which game we're gonna be using for H3, since I don't have definitive edition for H3, but I have the OG.
And sadly, I have only the second one.
You have H3 OG or you have H3 DE?
I have only the Age of 2.
But you only have H2.
I don't like the definitive edition. But,
oh, you bought
I'm
H3
waiting.
definitive?
no, I'm planning on buying it.
Yeah, I mean, the way forward would be if you're planning to buy anything, you should definitely buy H3 DE, not the H3 OG, because that would make no sense.
Yeah.
No sense at all. Yeah, that's gonna be the
And
idea.
I have Age of 1 definitive.
Oh, you do have Age
I-
1 definitive, right? Yeah, so that's gonna be there.
No, that's not what I said. I wanted to say I don't know about if it's interesting to play or.
It's actually pretty interesting. It acts like a pretty good prequel as well. It's not a prequel, it was the first game, and then it was the predecessor for H2, and I played
The
a couple
gameplay is just.
Gameplay is actually very similar. It's of course a bit underwhelming sometimes because you don't have big castles and stuff like that, but the music and the gameplay, I mean, it's vampires and it's great. Come to H3, well, these things deviate a lot. Like, things are way drastically different. You have a capital city somewhere, and you got cards, and you got stuff that you order from your capital city. Then you got the hero guy thing, the explorer. You got points that you can build stuff on. You got mercenaries. Yeah, I mean, there's way too many external elements added in there, which kinda don't make
too
sense
many.
there. Yeah, like there's way too many external stuff added in there for H3DE, and that's how that kind of alienated it from the original Age of Empires fanbase. But As far as an independent game goes, if Age of Empires 3 launched as an independent game, well, you could just call it Age of Colonial Era or something like that. I think that game would have been more successful as compared to what it was today. That's how I personally feel about it. Same feeling goes for Dawn of War 2. Dawn of War 1 was drastically different. Dawn of War 2 is drastically different as compared to each other. But Dawn of War 2 is a pretty solid game, and so is Dawn of War 1. I strongly feel that if it was just named as a different game, as in Dawn of Eternal War instead of Dawn of War 2, it would have been more successful because of how good it is. And that's the thing. Yeah, that's a topic that we're going to be covering in one of the episodes in the way forward. We had one episode of the sequels which kinda went here and there, but I'm gonna be explaining it a bit more, and have an episode of the sequels where we talk about this particular thing a bit more in detail. So, any more ideas, any more games, anything you guys like to put in before we end the stream?
Yeah, I have one last, if I may.
Your thing, man. You can say anything. Like, you can say 10 things. I don't mind at all if the stream goes on for another hour.
It's a game that I definitely put in my top 10, and it's another RTS game, but it's quite old right now. But still, the graphics are really nice. It's Cossacks. Cossacks Back to Wars.
Cossacks is actually a pretty good game. War Boss has it. Darky has it. Sure. Okay.
I used to play at a quite high level, but it's a long time ago, so today I wouldn't even know how to play again.
Well, high level just goes with you, I guess, in all the games you play. I guess you were top 5 on the server as well, as far as the regular gamers was concerned. Age 2, that is. So, Bengalensis, Gronkie, don't you guys want to talk? Say something about what you guys plan for? Any New Year resolution?
Play as many co-op games as possible. That's it.
Give me a moment here, I think I got a doorbell.
Nice.
Sorry about that, I'm back. My little brother, mom texted. He's waiting outside the door.
Family goes first.
That's first indeed. So yeah, Bengalensis' New Year's resolution is playing more co-op games, as many as possible. Hey Gronkie, you got competition, man. He's gonna be co-op star of the year 2021 if you don't keep up.
Oh no, I can't sleep now.
Of course. So, anything you'd like to say, Gronkie?
Well, not really.
Not really.
Am I supposed to say something?
I don't know. Plan out any games that you're excited about. Anything.
Like Age of Empires.
Like Age of Empires, yes. You can just add in a like Age of Empires anywhere. Insert hashtag Age of Empires anywhere. And it just works out.
Everywhere. Every time.
Every time, indeed.
So you do know Cossacks Back to War?
I haven't played any of Cossacks here, but I have a couple of friends that said that it's really good. Can be a thing that we sometime here, sometime, you know. I don't have it though. Well, and I'm not really planning to buy any games in the recent coming days because of money.
Of course.
Yeah, that's the thing there. Epic Games does release a couple of games free here and there, so yeah, you know, if something comes by, surely that'll be an option there. Two games that are actually on my list that I'd love to give a go as like frequent as possible, I'd say, is Ward Selection. I put it up on the other RTS session there, and another one up here. What is it? Right, Spellforce. Spellforce 3 actually has limited multiplayer online thing that's basically free. You can just download that thing and play multiplayer online. Spellforce 3. A lot of people in the review section that is, have said that it's pretty good. Definitely like to give it a go sometime. Hey, we could actually have an entire tryout week, who knows?
Yes.
So yeah, that's going to be the way forward. 2021, this is how things are going to be working out, and that would be all for the stream. I guess this was a precise stream, and I hope to keep all of the CapitalZ hours around this time so that we have enough content, a good number of content there, that's not too much, not too less, and everybody enjoys their time while spending it over here. So before we end the stream, I'd like to thank all the participants. Thank you, Bengalensis. Thank you, Etzwane. Thank you, Gronkie, for joining me in. And that would be all for today. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Have a good night. See you soon.